Actually, let's stay back there. Keep it as simplified. Oops. Okay. Six. I think it might be too wide. Yeah, I should do it. See how many buildings? I got a gate and 2 buildings. Yeah, this should be long enough. Alright, now that this layout, like the very bare bones is done, let's start going building by building. Actually, let's start with the gates first. Too big, so let's do 1.5. Let's make it just a little bit smaller. Yeah, that should do it. I think 4 can actually work. There we go. Okay. I think it would be best if I mirrored this. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Download the pillars first, or let's see if I do the pillars. Oops. Let me turn that off. Nope. Okay, I think I realized where I messed up. Actually, what that level learned? Uh, yeah, I think I need to make it a lot more outwards. Something like that. think what I'll do is I already have that out. And we also put a bevel. Huh. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yo, how's it going? And I did it again. There we go. Oh, I think it's the mirror modifier that's messing it up. I'll just leave it as is for now. Go into edit mode. Did not mean to do that. Oh no, I don't want that actually. Yep. This actually goes inside the wall. Raise it up slightly. About here. Let's do it. Oh, I should probably edit this before I duplicate it. Let's make this a little bigger. Yep, that works. Oop. Alright, this actually wraps around the pillar. That's supposed to be higher. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Let's first join these into edit mode. Go here. Oh, yeah, that can work as well. Hmm. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. This, I guess wall. Oh, I forgot to apply the modifier. Okay. Oh, good. Going to have a small gap in between. About this wide. I can bring it a little closer. About that wide. That's better. Right. Oh, I think I need a third one. And this one is connected. Actually, Oh, because they're all connected. Well, I think I just royally messed up. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, well. Do believe there's a way to do this. Well, that's for arches. So for this, it'll just be. This actually be quite high in the air. Maybe not that high. Actually, at least be wider. There we go. And we want a cube. two separate buildings. So we're gonna need 2 more cubes. Let's see, 1.5. So we'll just make you 2. And you bigger than that, so let's do 2.5. Maybe just 3. Yeah, that's a good building size. What I'm gonna see from behind, so no point in making it that wide. Oh, let's say that. Small gap. You over here. Actually, let's click on these real quick. I just want to dissolve the edges. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. I need the catwalk. So maybe I do bring this down just a tad bit. Extrude this out. Yeah, I thought that happened. Hey man, doing pretty good. Even though I like messed up a bunch of times already so far. But hey, we're back on the right track, and that's all that really matters. How are you doing? Oops. Faces, that's what I need. And today has been super hot. When like I think it's like 80 something degrees right now. So I've just been reading, writing with the fan on all day. Okay, we need another building. Yeah, I knew that would be too big. If I should do the trick. Okay. So now, 8 degrees. Here. let's get a very basic light setup. Welcome. Welcome. Let's actually do this. I'm making the layout of the environment that I designed on Monday for the short film animation that I'm working on. I'm currently looking at the sketch of the environment design, and I'm just doing the basic blockouts. And once it looks like how I want it to look, then I can actually go in and put in the extra details. What's essentially just like a little alleyway, an abandoned alleyway set in like the Victorian era. But I think it should be good. Take that color away. I hope so. Alright, just for a placeholder, I need a sphere. Gotta line up the camera. Alright, I got the guts. Oh, there it is. I have some playing, but it's kind of low. I could turn it up. You guys can tell me if you hear that. I have to check that out after this one. Oops. I usually listen to various kinds of video game OSTs when I'm working. Mainly stuff like Dark Souls, Lies of P, Skyrim, Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like I'm missing some. Yeah, honestly, like majority of my music I get from video games, especially Cyberpunk. I got a bunch of soundtracks just in my playlist alone that come from Cyberpunk. Yeah, sure. I'm not streaming tomorrow, so I can definitely join in. Just send the link when you start in the Discord chat. Hopefully during that time, though, I'm not doing anything because I know there's a time difference between us. Yeah, I think for the initial setup, this is actually pretty good. Let me start adding in the other lights. Hey, CC. Let's get an area light. Rectangular. That is not what I wanted. There we are. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Sounds good. Wait, no, that wouldn't be red. That would be like orangish. That kind of bleed out over the edges. Sort of 5, I say 3. Move it down some. Okay, maybe not that wide. Maybe not that powerful. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's one light there. And I think I want 2 more. But these will be point lights. Maybe right here. Oh, wait, no, maybe it'll be a lot more than 2 more. Um, I mean, not like right now. Honestly, this year, while I'm working on this, I'm really preparing myself for next year. Because next year, I plan on going to some more conventions with friends. Because they have a lot more experience than I do when it comes to actually running a stall at conventions. So I'm also going there to just experience other convention centers, but also learn from them how they operate and running their own stand so that I can do it in the future too. That's really what I got going on. It keeps happening. Okay, now that I got these lights up. This can go back to being dark. Yeah, I also think I might like help out at their booths too. Like I'm gonna be walking around and stuff, but I still wanna, you know, give them a hand if they need it. Oops. Any tips on animating? Like what kind of tips are you looking for? Are you looking for like the the fundamentals of animating, the philosophy around animating, or like when it comes to the drawing side, like drawing anatomy for animation or character acting or like hair and clothes, stuff like that. Like, what specifically are you looking for advice for animation? Um, for me, when I'm doing like full body character animation, how I get the proportions right is I don't focus on the anatomy straight off. I focus on, like Onibo said, the key poses, and I make the figure based off of very simple shapes. So the head would be a sphere, and like not just like simple flat shapes, like 3-dimensional shapes. So the head is a sphere connected to like the torso, which is like a. I don't draw like a perfect like cube. I kind of like soften the edges so it actually looks like a human body. It's like spheres for shoulders and cylinders for arms. And you just connect all those different pieces, kind of like an action figure or a drawing doll. And once you do that, when you play the animations through, it will make a lot more sense to you instead of worrying about like complex muscles and facial structures. If you just get those basic foundational shapes down, it'll be a whole lot easier to actually add on the extra details over time. Just like how I'm kind of putting down these basic building blocks for this scene right here, and now that I have everything set up the way that I wanted to, I can add in that extra detail. It's kind of the same principle. Okay, don't really need the lights anymore, so we can turn that off. We can also hide these so you don't get in the way. Yeah, that's essentially that's at least how I go about it. Okay, now that I have the structure down, let me get some reference for some of the extra stuff that can go in the alley. I want a cylinder. Oh yeah, like shooting a reference of yourself for animation definitely helps a ton. I actually shot a reference of myself for this animation I'm working on right now. Also has how some of my friends come over and help shoot reference too, because there's like more than one character in this. Yeah, it should be. Let me try it a little smaller. Yeah, because people got to pick those things up. I mean, yeah, you could honestly. Actually, let me pull up real quick. One of the character animations I've done in the past to give a better idea of what I was talking about. Okay, I'm back. Oh, that sounds cool. That could work for like a cosplay or something. But so here is the rough version of the animation. If you scrub through, you can see very loose poses and very simple shapes. the main goal was like focus on the motion itself and not worrying about the proper anatomy at the stage. This is animated at 24 frames per second. I'm just like scrubbing through so you can actually see the poses for the character. So this was the rough, and then from this, I did the tie down. Let me turn that down for a quick second. So yeah, here's the tie down. And this is where I actually started to add in that extra anatomy. But only like in the areas where it was like really necessary. So I know that how the body was working properly and whatnot. And then from this, that's when I did the cleanup. If I play through, you can see that that's how it looks. And then once I had the cleanup, all I had to do was the coloring, and then the animation was done. Yeah. Are you talking for me or for Biffle? That'd be cool. I'm here to help in any way that I can. But if you're talking to me, Oniboy, about making a comic, I have thought about it. I would just have to find the time to do it. I think I might have another simple animation. 1 second. Okay, this was a an old run cycle that I did for one of my avatar design characters. Unfortunately, when I play it back, actually, I think I can make it play back in high quality. Hold on. Oh, and I think because of the resolution, yeah, the resolution, it won't play back in the quality that it should. But either way, I really broke this up into a lot of different pieces. But yep, this is how I really start most of my animations. A bunch of blocks and no hands. And then it goes from the rough to tie it down with the anatomy. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask if it was a 2D or 3D animation. Oh yep, with the basic anatomy down, then I added in the most complex parts for the animation, namely the hair and the flapping cloak on his waist. And then from that, I just need to finish it with the clean line art. Put the colors in, add in the shadows, and it was done. But yep, all in all, that is my animation process. For 2D animation, at least. What did you use to animate? Ooh, I kind of should have took away these segments. Okay, hold on. Let me actually get a new one. Yeah, that should be fine. I never used Flash while it was Flash. I only used Adobe Animate, but I think I used it like one time. Yep. Oof. Nope, I don't want this. That's cute. Yep, there's gonna be one in the middle. Hmm? Alright, there goes one barrel. Actually, let me have it like lean against this one. Oops. That sounds interesting. Okay, got the barrels, now let's do the boxes. Got all the faces. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's yeah. Why is it not doing what it should be doing? Just a little more. Okay. That could work for now. Actually, might need to be more than that. Oops. Yep, that's what I want. -45 degrees. So That's not good. Hey, do I have okay? There we go. Yep. Join these together. Let's see if I can mirror it around the box. Okay. I did absolutely nothing. Oops. Oops, I didn't duplicate. Oh, I use Clip Studio Paint for my animations. Actually, I use Clip Studio Paint for nearly everything I do, honestly. Okay. Nice. Alright, got a box. So all these together. So my glue together. Cool. Clip Studio Paint. I actually have a Huey on display right now. That's what I'm currently working on. But yeah, out of all the drawing software though, at least that I've used before, Clip Studio is definitely my favorite. I think these boxes may be a little too big. Yeah, that's the monitor I use. I did want to get a Wacom, but they're so expensive. Yeah, I've had mine for years now. Let me see. I think it's actually been 5 years that I've had mine. Man, who are you telling? Everything costs so much money now. Okay, I want another one over here on the end. Actually, let me put this over here. Make it a little bit bigger. In. Like that. I'm going to try something that I'm not really that familiar with, but we're going to see how it goes. Actually, I want it. Let me think. Let's have it coming from here. Kind of like this. I kind of want this to be like set up kind of how the Assassin's Creed parkour objects are set up. So I think what I'll do is drag you back over here on this wall, put you right here, and you right here. That just looks too samey. You know what? I'll just leave it back here how it was. And then let's see if I remember how to do this. No, it's no, physics, yes. I need a rigid body. I need it to be passive. And I need it to be a box. And then I need a plane. Come on over here. Bring it up. gonna subdivide once it gives me that option. You know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna come over here and subdivide it. That's not what I wanted. Oh, wait, I think. Duh. Okay, here we go. Now we'll go back in object mode. Okay, bring it up. Let's see if this first simulation will work. Over here. You. Simulation. Yep, that didn't work. That did not work either. Wait, no, yeah, mesh. And then let me see. This is the only one with the original body active. Do it to the mesh. Everybody. Mesh. Everybody. I say make sure this is passive too. Mesh. Okay, we're kind of getting somewhere. Yeah, that's what this is right now. As you can see, I'm not as adept in 3D animation as I am with 2D, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along. Do I even need this? I forget. What would it be? It wouldn't be cotton. It wouldn't be leather. Let's try silk. It's kind of doing what I wanted to do. When it hits, it deforms. But why does it keep clipping through the meshes? That could be a reason. Okay, let's try it with the box mesh instead. Yep, it still keeps falling straight through. And like, it goes and it clips through. Is it because of this rigid body? They're not even. Oh, wait, no, go back. Okay. Okay, that shouldn't be doing that. So, there's the problem. Yeah, when I decided that I was going to make Rift a 3D animation project, I knew what was waiting for me when I was going to boot up Blender to try and get this to work. What is happening right now? And I know it's something simple. Some like super genius Blender user probably instantly knows what my problem is. I've done this before. You know what? Actually, I'm about to go check. I'm about to pull up an old Blender project, and then we'll all figure out together how I'm supposed to do this. 1 second. Trackpad artist, is that like another channel here on YouTube? Calculate different. Okay, I know these were placed here through a simulation. And I know the cloth was too. Where's the timeline? Thank you. I guess since I exported it, it doesn't have the system still here. Well, that sucks. Oh, I think this is on cycles. That might actually crash Blender. Let me turn that off. Yep. And this is happening now. Let's see if it crashes or not. Let me see the name. Trackpad artist. While this figures out if it wants to stay online or not, let me write this down. Oh, look at that. Bounce back. There we go. Okay, let me turn off cycles. There we go. That's better. I remember doing this. This is pretty cool. Now you can see how you can do one project in 3D, and then you can do another, and completely forget how you did it. Well, I remember, like, vaguely. I'm just so confused as to why it's not working now. Alright, let's go back to the alleyway. Okay. Let's try subdividing just a tad bit more. Ooh, it must be too subdivided. And the weight isn't the problem, it's the fact that it's clipping through when it shouldn't be. Okay, that just happened. Well, it's a good thing we have technology. So, as you're watching me on YouTube, I'm about to watch a quick video on how to do a simple cloth simulation in Blender. Alright, let's see if I missed a super simple thing to do. Bruh. Okay, let's try this. Let's do it one at a time. If this works, I'm actually gonna lose my mind. Okay, that just was weird. Let me get rid of you entirely. Get a new plane. Add a call simulation. Okay, it's working. Okay, let's do that. Boom. Boom. Alright, that's done. Push play. Alright, did I subdivide? I don't think I subdivided this one. Scale the Y. Over some more. Actually, bring you guys over some. Like that. Okay. Oh, I am in object mode. Go to edit mode. Subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. Oh, right, I gotta get out of object mode. No, there we go. Alright, we're getting somewhere. It was so simple. Oh, like for the lighting, you might have drawn the wrong side. Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Don't feel too bad. Everybody makes mistakes. Just like I did for like the past 10 minutes when it was such a simple solution. And I know there's a way. Let me just go this. Oops, don't want to clip him through the building. Like to edit mode, subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. That's a lot of subdivision. That is super cool. Let me add a collision. Ooh, go back. Add a collision to you. I need to turn this off now. Push play. I did it with the help of YouTube University. Shade smooth. Yep. Oh, right. Modifiers. Apply that. Emerging service. Here. Apply that. YouTube really is the best teacher. Okay. Now let's turn... What just happened? Okay, there we go. Let's turn back on the lights. Let's see through the camera's eyes. You guys are gonna stick together. Let's put you over here. Yeah, because most of the shots be over there. I feel like there's a lot of boxes over here now, so I'll bring you down here some. About right here. Bring you two over here. Whew. Yeah. Probably not. I honestly don't see myself getting the Switch 2 at all, really. I mean, like, I have a Switch now, and I barely play that as it is, so there'll be, like, no real point in me getting the Switch 2. Not to mention the price for what you're getting, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. Okay, let's take the camera. Oh, and if I move the camera, then we're not gonna be able to see the moon. It's fine. It's fine. Take a stretch. I didn't even realize it's been as long as it has. It's about to be 2 hours. I wish I could find my sister's 3DS. There's a game of Dragon Quest on there that I have yet to beat. Oh yeah, I stretch every day because I go to the gym. Well, not every day, but I go to the gym 5 days a week, so I gotta stretch, otherwise I'm gonna hurt something very badly. $70 to 100 frames. I was learning about cameras recently and how much they can actually capture when you record, depending on the aperture, I want to say. And I tested it out on my fan that's in my room, and the more I turned it up, the more of the frames of the fan actually spinning I could see. When you turn it down super low, the fan looks like a blur, but if you turn it up all the way, you can actually see the blades of the fan going, even if the fan's at like max speed. Okay, there's gonna be 3 people in this alley. I'm about to pull up a shot as reference, and I'm gonna set up the camera how I want it. Actually, I think I can pull it up right here. And see the kind of shots I'm looking for. Actually, I really feel like I don't want a Swiffer. I really feel like this should be on this side. I'll leave it over here, it's fine. I think these can go though. Or maybe I'll leave one. Alright, let me find the storyboard. There we are. Okay. Alright, I'll do this shot right here. Dude, come on now. Okay. We're gonna need one of you guys down here, right underneath the light. I knew I needed to start gaming on the right hardware when I started modding Skyrim and Cyberpunk. If I tried that on my laptop right now, it would literally explode in my face. Alright. We'll go to about 20 frames. Get ourselves a new camera. Working here. Sweet. Cool. Go back. And it's not switching cameras. Alright, that's a problem. It's fine. It's cool. We'll just test it out with this camera. Okay, bring it down. Over. There we go. Close to the wall. Do over here. And up. So I can make this a wider lens. So let's rotate you that way. Alright, there we go. I kind of still want this to be a little more zoomed into the back of his head. Like that. I put it at 75. Let's put it at like 30. That is not what I said. Okay, if I do that and bring it in real close, does it make it seem like he's further away? It does. Learning new things on the go. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. And now if we bring this up, there we go. Bring it over. Knowledge, yes. Okay, now how can I make this more ominous? I'll put a light behind him, like right here. And I'll tone down this one. Also gonna have to tone down this. Okay, that is not what was causing that. It was you. Wait, but when I moved the moon... Oh, I guess it wasn't. So what is causing that light? So it is you. It needs to be a deeper, darker red. The way that it's hitting the ground, though, is what's the problem. There we go. That's more ominous. We're slowly getting there. Kind of wanted to like silhouette his body. Let's kind of make this dimmer too. Camera. Go. Is it the camera I'm thinking of? From here. Oh, and now it actually looks like Ron's. Okay, let me see if I can put a skybox. We'll just do that. That works. And then, with that like that, we can find this light, turn it up to about 20. Maybe not 20, let's do 15. And over here. Yeah, I think world building is probably one of my favorite things to do too. Let's keep it out like that. It's not silhouetting his body as much as I like, so we're gonna do a little bit of trickery, and we're gonna bring in a second light. Coming from right behind him. Oh, right, if I do that, then it'll be linked. So, yes, spotlight. Spotlight is going out pretty far. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, I actually started writing campaigns for Dungeons and Dragons. One of my friends, she actually plays campaigns. I have yet to do one though. Woo! And this is not doing what I wanted to do. I guess I have a lot to learn about lighting in Blender. So we're going to get rid of you. And we're just going to get a nice little point line. Because we know how point lines work. We just want to get something simple done on the screen. I'll come right behind you. Right up here. About a 20, maybe a 30. Yeah, that's working. That's working a lot better. Thank you. Alright, what are you guys thinking? You guys think this is a nice little ominous shot? Let me get rid of all that stuff. Zoom in a little bit. A guy standing there in the moonlight, menacingly. Thank you. I think I'm gonna try another shot. Yeah, that's where Logan's gonna be at. Yet if like any of you play Bloodborne, I made the moon red to signify the hunter's moon. And then like in the world of the story, it's kind of like it's essentially like the bat signal, and like some people believe it, some people don't. But like when they see the red moon, that's many people's clue to stay inside, especially if they're like in the criminal world. It's their clue to stay inside because of Logan. Yeah, I've played Bloodborne a lot, but I have yet to actually beat it. Oh, let me actually try this shot. Because this is going to be one of the more difficult ones to animate. Okay, I'm going to need... You can go and hide. You come over here. You come all the way over here to play. And then I need a camera. Whoa, that is not what I need. Well, we'll just use the camera that we have. It's fine. Okay, now I definitely don't know what's going on with you. Wait, are you even in the camera? That's why it's not moving. There we go. Okay. Pyrotechnics. Over here. Rotate it over here. Move it back. Clipping. Let's actually make it closer. It's gonna be a super wide lens, so something like that. Alright, where's Logan? Kinda lost him there for a second. How in the world did you get down there? Okay. He's over here. So that means I have to rotate this. Oops. Take this way. Over here like that. Bring you over here like that. Upwards. I just feel like it's slightly off kilter. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Bring you back some. Maybe it will be this wide. That was a crazy wide shot. These are, I think they come free with Blender. It's like a whole pack of base mesh models. I just load them up in the asset browser, and I basically just use them for scale models. Oh, it's because I'm on global. It's like, why is it moving so weird? Let's turn on some lights. It already looks pretty cool. Okay, I want definitely want the light coming from over here. Or like this. Actually, I want the light. Yeah, I just kind of want his head to be with the light on it. I want him to stay in shadow though. And let's go into the camera view. Oops. Turn off everything else. Yeah, I think that works. Let's see what happens if I try to make it a little more wide though. I kind of want to sell that distance between them. Yeah, I think I like this. I like it a lot. So I think this will work for a basic layout for the animation. Obviously, I also have to do a lot more modeling for the buildings, but I can do that later and then paint over it towards the end of the project. But all in all, I'd say we got something pretty good here. Let me just fix the light real fast. Go back to global. Oh, I actually might like this light setup even better. What's a reference to 2D animation? I forgot what I said. But them standing here though has made me come aware of one thing that I want to change, which is the placement of these. I'm gonna bring these over some more. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be the backdrop, so I can animate, like do the 2D animation over it, and that way I know my shots, I know my lighting, and once the actual animation is done, I can turn off the animation and just paint underneath it, and then the movie will be good to go. let's take you, bring you over here, bring you up higher. Actually, no, that's a good height. We'll just turn you down, so very subtle light. Yeah, I actually borrowed it from. I saw they were like the new One Piece remake that they're making. They actually made majority of the backgrounds in 3D and used that to animate over it. They do it in Demon Slayer, the Fate series, a bunch of animes nowadays, to be completely honest with you. Just to speed things up. Instead of having to redraw the same background over and over again, or say you need to change the perspective of the background, you have to completely draw that over again too, and that's just a bunch of time wasted. With those boxes over there, I don't even know how I just did that, but here we go. I kind of want to bring this down a little bit more. Maybe I could have it like that. He's also supposed to seem smaller in comparison. Nice. Can't wait to see when you post them in the server. It's actually here, something like that. They're both like over the third of the screen, and then we'll take you, push you in the middle. Something like that. That is unfortunate. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for sure. Oh, actually, let me try one thing. Let's just grab everything. Call it base. Let's see if it actually did not. Mode. Select it all. Assign. Select the object mode. It didn't do it. Oops. It didn't do it again. In order for this to work in Clip Studio, it has to have at least a base material on it. What is happening? Like cuts between cameras? So one of the lessons I learned is that, especially like when the characters are doing an action, when the character moves, like say your character is picking up a book from a table, when the character goes to pick up the book, don't show them picking up the book and like it already is in their hands, and then you switch the camera. Show them like reaching for the book, then you switch the camera, and then they pick up the book. That way, that the flow between camera cuts is a lot more cohesive, and it's easier for the audience to follow the story along. So essentially, the camera is following, is like ahead of the action. Okay, I know there's one way to do it. Oh, let me turn this off before I do that, though. Nope. Actually, the rendering style wouldn't make much difference. Let me check real quick. Oh, alright, let's see if that'll work. Okay, grab you and grab you. Over here, like base. Turn it as color I can see. Ah, alright, cool. Finally. Okay. So nice gray. Grayish, like a tannish, that works. Okay, now that it has a material on it, I'm going to export this, then load it into Clip Studio, and then, if it works, we'll be good to go. So give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and it worked, as you guys can see. What I thought of Solo Leveling as a story. I love Solo Leveling, and I can't wait for that 3rd season. I mean, I know majority of how it ends, but yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. Oh, let me put this behind the animation. There we go. Okay, let's rotate it some. We're gonna zoom in. Not too much. Bring it down. Yeah, I think he won Best English Voice Actor of the Year. Pretty sure he did. But nope, need to go up, up, up. It's not as easy to navigate 3D and Clip Studio as it is in Blender. As you can see as I'm struggling. Oh, his voice actor. There we go. Okay. Upwards. Downwards. It would be a lot easier if like Storyboard Pro, I can see this from two separate angles. Maybe I can. I actually haven't tried to see if that's a thing. Well, either way, you guys get the idea. Still got a few more minutes left on the stream, so if you guys have any questions for me regarding really anything, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I will be right back. Logan Nakimakura win when I figure out how to actually purchase, store, and ship merch. that's definitely a thing that can happen for sure. I don't see why not. That's so very random. Yeah, I still think this is my favorite shot that I've animated so far. Just so smug. Once I do the lighting with it too, it's gonna hit so much harder. Thank you. Thanks for being here. You guys being here is what makes the streams as good as they are. And the last stream for this week will be this Friday, same time, from 5 to 8. At least 5 to 8 for me. I have no idea what it is for you guys. Like, what would you like have me do? But the plan is to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So just figure out what that is to your time zone, and we should be good. Oh yeah, you did say you had that job coming up. Are you looking for more like art and character design? Cause I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, basically. Once I because I've been going back and forth between just bringing on people who are well versed in 3D animation and like 3D modeling, and having them help me with the Rift pilot, because like working on this animated project has really like made me want to do the pilot for Reapers a whole lot more, and like revisiting the characters and their designs. But we'll see what happens in the future. I see. Yeah, you can in the Discord, I'll send you a request and we can DM each other and talk more about that for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the perseverance is the tough part. But I'm way further now than I've ever been, so that's gotta count for something. Yeah, like I'm really interested to see how this is gonna turn out. Yeah, ask him for it every single day because I need it. Sounds good. Um, I don't think there's much else that I have for this short film. Oh yeah, it's only Wednesday too, so I got like. Oh yeah, earlier today, just to give you guys like the first notice, I was working on some scripts for some other videos, and while I was working on one, I realized that I can make a whole video about it. So I will be working on a new video, so it won't be like another like 3 months before my newest video. So definitely be on the lookout for that. A new video will be coming sometime this month for sure. I think what I'll actually do is I'll take these shots, and since it's so hard to maneuver the 3D model in Clip Studio, I'm actually gonna take stills from these shots and then just make the camera angles in Blender, render that shot out, and then bring it into Clip Studio. I think that would work a whole lot more than trying to fix it in Clip Studio itself. Unless I can find a way to look at the 3D model from two different angles. But until I figure that out, I don't think the Blender plan will work a whole lot more. Not to mention, each shot is its own separate project, so I couldn't, even if I do get the 3D model right in this, I'll still have to re-import it. And yeah, I think I'll just do the taking the still animated shots and then using the Blender camera to render them out. I think I'll do that instead. That'll make more sense. But if that's it, then I'll see you guys in the next stream and in the Discord chat.